Hey everyone, Tina here, the FAFSA Guru, and today I want to share with you 3 FAFSA mistakes that can cost you a whole lot of money. It's August, kids are getting ready to go back to school, and before we know it, FAFSA season is going to be here. October 1st is the earliest that you can fill out your FAFSA for the 2020-2021 school year. I work with a lot of families in helping them complete the FAFSA, and some of the more common mistakes I see I'm going to go over with you today because it can really cost you a lot when it comes to financial aid. So the first is not filling it out. There is a lot of research out there showing that 40 to 50% of families are not filling out a FAFSA because they don't think they're going to qualify for any money. I encourage everyone to fill one out always. You know, not all financial aid is based on just need, and there are some colleges that award some institutional scholarship money, and they use the FAFSA information to do that. Federal student loans are a big part of financial aid. They're low interest loans that are not based on credit that students can get in their own name, which can really help with financial aid. But if you don't fill out the FAFSA, they can't even get awarded those. So that's mistake number 1. Getting the FAFSA completed is crucial. It's free, and everybody should fill one out. The second mistake that I see often is people filling out the asset information incorrectly. This is big because the government takes into consideration your income along with the amount of assets you have when determining what they call your expected family contribution, which is what the financial aid offices use. The financial aid office uses to determine how much money to award you. So filling this out incorrectly can cost you a lot of money. Some of the biggest mistakes I see are people reporting their home value as an asset. The value of the home you live in is one asset that is protected on the FAFSA you do not have to report, so don't report that. Another asset that you do not have to report is retirement. So a lot of people accidentally put in their retirement, and you know, middle-aged parents could have a significant amount of money put aside in that, and if they list that as an asset, it's going to really count against, you know, their kiddo in terms of financial aid. So do not count the home you live in, do not count retirement. And then one of the other big asset mistakes I see is people reporting their business value. So if you're self-employed and own a business, you file taxes. When it comes to the income section, you have to report your business income or loss. But in the asset section, it asks about the value of your business. And you only have to report the value if you have 100 or more employees. Very, very important. A lot of people think because they own a business, they're self-employed, and they reported their income that they have to report the value of their business also. No, that's not the case. And then lastly, one of the other common mistakes I see is parents who are divorced or separated filling out the FAFSA incorrectly. If you're divorced or you're separated, and it does not have to be a legal separation, you're just, you know, you just recently separated and you're not living together, only one parent needs to provide their information on the FAFSA, and that would be the parent with whom the child resided with most in the last year. So the custodial parent is the one who should be filling out the FAFSA on behalf of the child. A lot of parents who are recently separated, when they're filling out the FAFSA using like prior year tax information, they think because they filed a joint tax return, they have to use both of the incomes on the return, which is not accurate. There's a question that asks on the FAFSA, as of today, are you divorced or separated? If that applies to you, you would say yes, and then you would list the date of the divorce or separation. And again, you do not have to be officially or legally separated in order to report that. If you're no longer living together, then that applies. So those are 3 big mistakes I see happen all the time. Filling the FAFSA out incorrectly can cost you a lot of money, so just be careful when you're doing that. And for more information about the services I provide, feel free to check out my website. I have a great new coaching program coming up this year for high school seniors and their parents to help them navigate the college planning and financial aid process step by step. It's a monthly membership fee, and it's going to be a lot of great information. I have 2 options for families, one that's $49 a month, one that's $99 a month, just to give families a couple of different options. But check it out. It's on my website, www.thefafsaguru.com. And thanks so much for listening today. Take care.